back, and we'd like to thank everybody for tuning in today to the name of the show is Our Money Safe? I will be your host for the next 60 minutes, and my name is Robert House, and I am a certified IRA specialist with the firm Learn IRA Basics. And you can see that that's basically what I zero in is retirement plans. I am the specialist. I'm not the general practitioner. When you come to me, it's for a specific problem and any retirement-related problem you got. Now, do we do financial plans? Well, we get into that, but when they come to me, they have a problem. You got me? And what we're talking about here with our guest this afternoon, Mr. Robert Bonner, which is a teacher in the Atlanta public school system, is some questions that most teachers have, but they're not in an environment to have those questions thoroughly answered. Correct. So with these video presentations that we have, they can go back and redo this thing, and we call it rerun it. We don't rerun now because that's tape. You know? I'm dating myself. Tape's out now. Yeah. Matter of fact, I know I'm getting old, Robert, because I was out in the at the drugstore the other day. You can see I got this frog in my throat, right? So y'all forgive me. And I went in there looking for some Hall's cough drops and some handkerchiefs. Guess what they don't sell anymore?
Handkerchiefs.
Isn't that awful?
It's tissue.
It's tissue. They don't. And I'm going, no, baby. I need a handkerchief. You know, she said, sir, we don't sell handkerchiefs. And I thought she was being insulting, but that's just let you know how old I'm getting. You know what I mean? And things change, and that's what leads us to our topic today. Is because this whole retirement sphere, if you will, has changed, is changing. 2 years ago, we would not have thought that the public schools would have eliminated all of the vendors except for one. We just didn't think that would happen, but for some reason it did. And now what has happened is that before then, the teachers had questions about their retirement plans or questions they should have been asking that they did not know to ask because they were never in an education environment where it was dealing with retirement. Right. Okay, it was always a sales pitch. You got me? It was an emotional product. I mean, an emotional process. And one thing that we've learned historically is that if you buy from a emotional platform, then you did not buy. So what were you? You were sold to. Now, if you were sold to, you bought something that you really didn't know how it operated. Now, when did you know how it operated? When you went to use it. You got me? In retirement, and that could have been, what, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years from now. You got me? And you just start having money taken out of your paycheck every month. And then when 30 years came, you said, now it's time for me to start taking money out every month. But now you got a whole new set of problems that almost can't be solved because what? You don't have the time. You're retired now. And where 30 years ago, this guy said, hey, if you put $100 a month, have $100 a month taken out of your paycheck every week, and if you do this for 30 years, you will have enough money to retire on for the rest of your life. What we found out is what? That's not true. You follow what I'm saying? Because one of the things that he didn't tell us, or there was a couple of things he didn't tell us. One of the things that he didn't tell us, watch this, I'm going to pose a question to you. Okay. How does the average teacher, when having money taken out of their paycheck, how did they come up with that dollar amount?
It was either, most teachers go off of what other teachers do. One of the common practices that teachers do around the school is they go to their coworker and ask them, how much are you getting taken out of? Exactly. Or they just look at and think, how much will not put me in a bind every month?
Exactly.
If I take out this little amount, you mean to tell me I have this amount when I retire, and I can afford that right now.
Exactly.
I can afford $25, $50, $100. They're not actually projecting those numbers based on real numbers that they'll need in retirement.
So that's the first mistake. Mm-hmm. So we haven't even gotten into the TSA 403B vehicle yet.
Okay.
We have made a mistake as we proceed towards it, because like you said, we do most people do what I call the copycat financial plan.
Right.
Hey, what are you doing? Then I'm going to do it. Well, no, that's the wrong way. The first thing that we need to do is to do what? A simple budget.
Okay.
If some guy is sitting in your office talking to you about a tax sheltered annuity,
Okay.
and you do not have your budget in hand, then you know that this is the wrong guy for you. You got me?
There's no basis.
There's no basis. You just coming in saying that I need a vehicle. Well, that vehicle, yes, you do need that vehicle, but that vehicle has to have a strategic process to it.
Right.
And the way that we start off with the strategic process is with the basics. I tell people all the time, I says, hey, you cannot go from Mississippi to Chicago via Oklahoma.
Okay.
You got me?
Right.
You wasting time and gas and money.
Right.
So we need to start off with what? The basics. And the basic is I need to determine how much money I have coming in. I need to determine how much money is going out presently today. Okay? And then I need to do the same thing based upon when I'm getting ready to retire. How much do you think? Now, I know that's stretching a little bit because we don't really know how much our expenses are going to be 30 years from now, but we certainly can get a handle on our projected income 30 years from now. But the key is that we have to start from the basics, and the basics is a basic budget. And what I tell people to do, people ask me all the time, so I need an appointment. My answer to them is, okay, do you have your budget? Because if you don't have your budget, we don't have anything to talk about. You got me? There's no sense in me talking to you about an annuity when you don't have the budget.
Right.
Number two, how do we do? So number one is the budget. So now we get into how much is the amount. Okay? How much should I have taken out of my paycheck? And we said that most teachers use the copycat mode. Well, here's how you ensure how much you have taken out of your check. You need to have a competent tax attorney. Oh, did he say tax attorney? I sure did. Tax attorney or competent CPA that enters in what is called a tax impact analysis. And all that is a big word for if I have this much money taken out of my paycheck going into an annuity, what would be the tax resultant of me making that move?
Okay.
You got me?
Right.
See, I need to know what my taxes are going to be, whether they're going to be disastrous or favorable before I take the money out of my check.
Right.
And the CPA is going to help the advisor to determine how much that is.
Okay.
And you can't do that based on somebody else's amount because you don't live in their house, you don't know what their expenses are, how many children they have, what their lifestyle is. So you can't do it that way.
Right.
That is
medicine.
that exactly right. I can't use your prescription for my ailments. I've got to go to the doctor. I like that one. I'm going to use that one again. Okay? I'm going to use I got to go to my doctor and use my prescription to heal me. I can't use yours. Excellent. I like that. So we solved, watch this. We've solved two problems already. And guess what? We haven't even gotten to the annuity yet.
Right.
When we return, it's time for us to take another break. And when we return, we will get a little bit deeper into this flow of how the teacher needs to be thinking as they start talking about their tax sheltered annuity. See you in a minute.
So journey with me out to www.irallcdoctor.com and let us take your retirement to another height.